Okay, so we'll leave those holes for now and go prep the window. Well, now we got the window back over here. We're going to prep it to install it. And we've drilled these 6 holes out to the correct size for the screws to fit through. And now we're going to deburr these little holes here. Just like that in the aluminum is all it really takes. Let me set it down. Just like that. Wipe this off. Because we use cutting oil on the threads to tap them, I'm going to wipe off the back edge here one more time, make sure there's no oil on here, and that butyl tape has a good chance to seal and stick well. And you can see it from right here. These little tabs here, these little plastic pieces, they keep the window tight in the 24-inch opening, but they allow a little bit of I guess support for the window frame. They keep it tight. These can compress a little bit and they keep it centered in the frame so it can't move around. So there's one on each side and there's 2 on the bottom because the weight of the window pushes down, right? And it's not on the top. So that's what keeps the window tight in the frame we have, I guess. And we'll put some butyl tape on here now. I'm just gonna leave this stuff on here because pretty happy with where it is. And along with the tape, there's going to be some Secaflex on there to seal it as well. So we'll just finish putting this on here. Go up to the edge, make sure the gap is filled. And I'm going to roll this over the top lip here because as this top goes up to where it's going to be installed, it slides a little bit. So I want this to make sure that it stays on the corner. Plus the Secaflex sealant we're installing will let it slide a little without disturbing this. I don't know how important it is to keep this all in one piece going around the window frame because you can squish the start and the stop spots. The start and the stop places, you can squish them together pretty well. And I'm just going to get this to wipe along this edge here too. Make sure that it's right to the edge. So it doesn't slide away. There, well, that's pretty good for that piece. Just turn this around. Notice I have the window sitting on a piece of cardboard so it doesn't get all scratched up on the outer frame, because that would look ugly. And this stuff, I don't think you want to pull it and make it fit where it wants to go. You should leave it probably the thickness that it is, because if you pull it, it gets thinner. You stretch it. So you want this tape to push out a little bit or compress. There we go. Now we're going to finish putting the stuff across the top here. What I did with this, I just folded it in half rather than doing 2 layers there. Fold it over on itself, and then top there. That's what's going to seal. Make sure that the top seals to the top of the window frame. But when this hits the top of the window frame, it's going to compress a little bit. Make sure this is lining up. We want that to compress. There we go. That should be good. Okay, now we're going to put some of this 505 UV white Sikaflex around the edge. Top doesn't really matter how much it has, how little it has on, I guess, because it's going to squish out somewhere up there and you're not going to see it. Just want to make sure that there is some. The main things with the sides and the bottom, I want to see some of this stuff squish out. Make sure that the seal is absolutely there. Okay. Looks pretty good. All the way on there, all the way to the edge. It's a little bit messy to put them on there, but I'd rather have a little bit of mess to clean up than and sure that it's sealed the best that I can do it anyways. Definitely not a professional window installer. First time doing this, but this seems like the right way to do it. So carry on, take it over to the other side, and it's tricky to hold now that it has silicone on the edge, but it's doable. Meet you over there. And again, because we use cutting oil on here, I'm just using a little bit of Windex to clean this edge up. Make sure that that Sikaflex and butyl tape will seal. Get all this oil off. There, that should be good. We'll go get the window and be right back. Alrighty, here's the window. The hard to carry part, awkward part, because the Sikaflex is all the way to the edges, is correct, because I just ran into the end of the vise with it. So we will tip it up in here. Close. Oh, and we're upside down. Let's go this way. Up there. part. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this Sikaflex is squishing out all the way around. It's perfect. That's what we're looking for. Put some screws in. I need to go get a pick. Just poke the hole through where the Sikaflex is so the screw will go through. There. Otherwise, if you don't do this, the Sikaflex may just wind up with the screw when you put it in there and come away from where you want it to be. Yeah, just poke a hole through there. Lets the screw go through, hopefully. Go. He's gonna line up. Looks like the window needs to go up a little bit. Having you push the window up, that's a good thing. That knows that there's a compression of the tape at the top. So, little punch, stick it in the hole. Lift the window up a little bit. It'll compress the stuff at the top. Get the screw started. Same deal on the front. Uh-oh, lost the screwdriver. There, that guy started. There we go, so we know the window's in place now. And a little bit of compression on the seal at the top, which is a good thing. I'm not putting any sealant on these screws for now, because like I said, they're probably going to come out and get changed for something else. You can see all the way around the top there, the Sikaflex is squishing out. The bottom one's up. You'll see the Sikaflex squishing out there. Should be able to. That means the window's tight to the skin. Could use a power tool for this, but I kind of like to go by how tight the screws feel. You can see it squishing out there now. That should be a good seal for sure. If you just use butyl tape, which is not a bad idea if the surface is perfectly flat. If I just use butyl tape here, you're just hoping that it's in the right spot. This way for sure. There's Sikaflex coming out, so you know, everywhere's touching that it needs to be. There, squishing out the bottom, all the way across the bottom too. That's a very good sign. All the screws are tight. I think that guy will be a success. I'll wipe it off clean and carry on. You guys pointed over there where you should be looking, not just at me. So now, I'm just going to take my finger and wipe off the excess up here. This also pushes it into the edge. Probably could just wipe this down the edge and leave it there, but I don't want to have a whole bunch of Sikaflex on the skin of the bus, so when I go to paint it, looks good at the edges. Finger doesn't fit tight in there to get all that stuff out, so I'm just gonna use a little screwdriver here. There we go. That looks pretty good. Maybe a little swipe down there and smooth out the edge. Smooth out up here where my finger couldn't reach either. And up there looks really good. Okay, I'll be right back. And a little bit of wax and grease remover on a rag. Just wipe off the excess here again. You can see how that smooths out the edge. Makes a perfect edge. There, you can see that? Let's go over here and look. See that nice edge there? No residue. Just tucked into the corner nicely. Finish wiping back here. Maybe we'll go inside and have a look. See what it looks like in there. she is. Bottom I want to wipe right close there because I know there's flex and butyl tape there coming out, so keep the edge clean. There's a little too much wiping there. There we go. There, nice clean edge. There, I think we're done with that one. That one looks very nice. Let's go have a look inside. There's the window. You can see it's pretty tight to the top there. You can see the sealant in the corner. See that white Sikaflex came out in there? That should work pretty good. See this butyl tape and Sikaflex in that corner. Okay, that's one down, one more down I guess, and 5 more to go. We'll be back. I'll show you the rest of them in a little bit here. Well, guess what? All the windows are in, all the windows are sealed. All good now. Yeah, that was a good accomplishment. I think I'm gonna let the silicone and, not the silicone, the Sikaflex dry for a few days. And if it's nice out, we'll take her outside, take her over by the house and run some water up at the top there with the hose and see what happens. I think they should seal just fine with the amount of stuff I put on there to make sure they seal. So yeah, that's a good thing to have done right there. 8 windows, all sealed up. I still have to change the screws. These ones here, because I didn't seal them, and I'm not sure what I'm going to use for hardware there for sure, but for now, all the windows are in, sealed. Should be awesome. Alrighty, we'll catch you next time.